What's up? This is class of 2020 coming at you with English 1.
We had Ms. Jessen in 7th grade language arts, so we had an idea of what to expect.
First of all, we read a lot.
We've read 3 books this year, like novels.
We also write paragraphs.
Then we revise them.
Then we revise them again.
She says it's a process.
We work in small groups.
Then we take quizzes.
We identify figurative language in our novels.
We have fun. Sometimes.
We just try to live life in this class.
This is how we are graded. Knowledge!
Participation is 10%.
In December, we'll take a big old test that is worth 15% of our grade.
Sometimes a project is figured into the semester test as well.
So, putting our math skills to work, I can figure that those two things equal up to 25% of our grade.
Another 25% of our grade is our daily work.
That takes us to 50%.
The remaining 50% comes from quizzes and tests.
OMG.
I know, right?
In 9 weeks, we've already taken 12 quizzes.
17 assignments have already been recorded.
And 3 participation grades.
In Ms. Justin's class, we use many forms of technology such as Google Classroom and Drive, Kahoot, quizzes, and Socrative.
We use Google Classroom and Drive for all of our homework and daily assignments.
Google Classroom is the place where all of our assignments are presented to us. She posts a daily agenda, which includes a bell ringer, what we are going to do in class, as well as our dreaded homework.
Kahoot and quizzes are 2 websites that test our knowledge in a fun way.
Ms. Jessen can create questions for us to answer. However, we must answer them before time runs out.
Socrative is a site that Ms. Jessen uses to make us sweat because it shows how well we listened or read our books.
She loves to make us sweat!
The first book we read in class was Enclave by Anna Guire.
This science fiction book takes place in the future.
Deuce, the main character who lives in underground enclave, takes a journey to Topside with her friend Fade.
Deuce is a 15-year-old huntress, and Fade is a teenage hunter.
On their way to Topside, they encounter many freaks.
Freaks are zombie-like creatures that attack humans.
If you like the Hunger Games or Divergent, then this book is for you.
Next up, we've studied figurative language.
This is language that is not to be taken literally.
Check out this sentence.
The car honked angrily at the pedestrian.
In this sentence, it sounds like the car honked its own horn.
Cars don't honk horns angrily, but one of the passengers can press the horn.
So, this is personification. In this sentence, the car sounds angry too.
Here's another example.
The rain is hitting the ground like thousands of horses' hooves. This sentence contains a simile. It's comparing the rain to the horse's hooves.
Similes use like, as, than, or resembles to compare unlike things.
Alliteration. It's the repetition of consonant sounds that come at the beginning of words that occur close together. It is also used in this sentence.
Horse's hooves is the repetition of the H sound.
We have also reviewed the parts of a plot.
Plot is the organized events that make up a story.
This includes exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution.
Every story has a conflict. Conflict is the main problem of the story.
Conflict falls into 2 categories, internal and external.
For example, the tornado was a huge external conflict in the novel The Sacred Acre.
So what is conflict?
It's a part of the story.
Pipe it up!
What's next, Cassidy?
Well, we've also been reviewing the process of writing paragraphs.
Sounds easy, right?
Not so much.
Yeah, I agree. But it isn't as difficult now.
Let's review.
There are 4 types of sentences in a paragraph. Everyone knows that. Can you name them, Nikki?
No problemo. They are topic, lead-off, follow-up, and clincher sentences.
By golly, you're right!
A topic sentence is the main idea of a paragraph.
A lead-off has a transition and introduces new detail.
Follow-up sentences add details.
And the clincher sentence brings the paragraph to a close. It must contain a transition.
The second novel we read is The Sacred Acre.
Mark Twain wrote the biography of Ed Thomas.
The book is really about 4 things.
Number 1, the tornado that wiped out much of Parkersburg in 2008.
2. The philosophy of Ed Thomas, an inspirational educator and coach.
3. The deep faith of the Thomas family.
4. The legacy that lives on after his murder.
The third novel of the year is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian.
This novel, written by Alexei Sherman, is a New York Times bestseller.
The main character is Arnold Spirit, who leaves his school in Spokane Indian Reservation to attend an all-white school.
The only other Indian at school is the mascot.
We haven't completed this book, but so far it's super good.
It even has cartoons, and they're funny.
There you have it.
The gist of our first quarter.
Second quarter will be much the same.
But she is adding mugs.
Mechanics.
Usage.
Grammar.
Spelling.
Hashtag, let's end it with some hashtags.
Hashtag, let's do it.
Hashtag.
Hashtag work.
Hashtag everyday.
Hashtag paragraphs.
Hashtag reading.
Hashtag language.
Hashtag complicated.
Hashtag books.
Hashtag Chromebooks.
Hashtag charger.
Hashtag homework.
Hashtag tired.